all here together and we're just gonna go with the flow tonight. So I have not a poll, but a poll out there, Poll. So if you have not seen it yet, be sure to go check it out. I am hopefully going to either do a combination of the two or one or the other, depending if people come and see what it is. So if you're catching me live, I think it's up here. I'm not sure.
I think so.
One of these sides, you'll see the red live up there. And then if you click on the screen for Facebook, you'll see the 3 little white dots. Click to turn on live notifications. I'm going to stress how important that is. Lately, Facebook has been fussy, and so if you would, be sure to do that for me, okay? And then if you feel so inclined, go ahead and click like on my page and tell your friends as well. If you would, go ahead, click that button right there, invite those friends as well too. And then, hey YouTube, thanks for joining me. I know sometimes it always cuts my beginning off, so we're not quite sure why, but just have rest assured everything is fine. Then if you would, click subscribe, hit the bell, click the all the things, okay? All right, so I'm gonna start with doing some real thin of the moisturizing mask because I've not had time to pay attention to my skin today. A lot of times for me it ends up at night. So I'm just going to apply a really thin layer of this here. And then we will start. Thanks, Henny, for joining me as always. And to anyone else who's on, be sure to say hi. I'd love to say hi back. And then also to, it doesn't always tell me who's here. So I'd love to greet you, okay? So, has anyone had a fun day today? Anybody? My day was okay. It was a day. Let's leave it as that. But, here we are now, and we get to hang out together, so that's all that matters, right? Okay, so I'm not sure if I put this too thick, but we're gonna have to let it set for a few minutes so that we can make sure it's all soaking in. So I was thinking of using this for my primer. I'm thinking that it might end up being my primer tonight. You can do this if you want. You don't have to. You can always use your primer, as always. I am actually waiting for another primer to come. I'm going to try the moisturizing one this time. That's one of our newer ones, and then we'll have another new one coming out. I think it's beginning of February. It's going to be a matted primer, okay? So, what?
You said beginning of February.
Sorry, April. Like I said, it's been a day. Oh my word. Okay, thank you, honey, for that correction. Let's not go back to February, right? We're trying to get into the warmer months. So here we are with me telling you that it's evidently February when we're in March and almost into April. You know, you're welcome. Okay, so I'm just going to put some on my eyes just real gently. I know I normally don't do this, but I just kind of feel like everywhere needs some moisture. And it's that time of year where our skin is like, okay, what is happening, right? So we just want to make sure we take extra good care and just pay all sorts of attention to it, okay? All right, now I am going to invite some of my friends. So let me see if I can figure this out because sometimes I'm always, learning things and I don't always know it all. So I'm going to see, I don't know how this works. How does people do this? Let's see if I can figure it out. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try it this way. Maybe this will work. Whoops. And then, we'll see if that works. How about that? Okay, so I invited some of my friends. And now, thanks Judith for liking my page, or liking my video. Let's try and get to the gist here, okay? So the one thing I did forget to send my hubby, and I'm really sorry, honey, is the picture that I created. So I'll just hold it up here. It was either going to be A on the top or B on the bottom. And so if you're just hanging out with us, hello. And if you have a favorite, I try to hold this up for as long as I can. I never know which angle to hold it so there's no glare. But go ahead and choose A or B, and we will either do A or B, or I'll do a combination is kind of what I was thinking. So all the good things happening here. Okay, so I was kind of thinking I'd like to use my spray foundation again tonight. I know that a lot of these are out right now, so just rest assured they're coming back. While we're waiting for this to shake, you want to shake everything that you get like this from Younique. And I know that gets really loud, and I'm sorry, I tried to shake it quick. But I'm going to see if we happen to have some of these back in stock, because honestly, I had time to hop on for one thing today, and that was to order my primer, and that's all I've had time for. So let's see, face, foundation, and then I promise we'll get started. And YOUNIQUE Touch Spray Foundation, there we go, let's see. Yeah, we still have quite a few out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're out of 10 of them. But know that this will be coming back. It's in the subscription, so we'll have it continuously, okay? Because the subscription is new, that's what kind of happens is everyone's like, woohoo, and we get our spray foundation with it. So everyone just loves it so much, we just end up snapping it right up. So just know that we'll keep going on it. And if I remember right, I maybe should have brought a towel down. So let's grab some paper towels, because kind of have to be careful with the spray foundation. Make sure to cover any items you don't want sprayed. It kind of gets a little crazy, but, well, for heaven's sake. But just know that you don't want to spray it heavy. I'll show you here. I'm not going to show the spray part, but I'm just going to show you just this little bit how much we got on there, okay? So let's go ahead and start right in. I'm just kind of stippling in. So kind of like a, not a poking motion, but just kind of right at your face. And I will try again if I can to do just this half of my face. That way you can see the difference in how things look. You only need a couple squirts of the spray foundation. I'll tell you that now each time you add it to your brush, because that little bit is going to go a long way. Okay? So as you can see, look how smooth this is. It's kind of like an airbrush makeup. Can you tell? I think it's pretty fun. Fun, fun, fun. Then of course when you get to areas you know you need to reach, you just kind of do what you can. I'm going to take and spray a little bit more on here. And we'll start going up here. And by the way, I'm using the color Organza for this one. I just love how this looks on the face. It's just so smooth. Absolutely gorgeous. As my hair gets trapped in there. Okay, so I am trying to get back to my live here. So if you are hanging out, be sure to say hello. And thank you for joining us. And when I say us, if you're new, That means my hubby too. He sits on the other side of me in this room here, and he is my tech guru, my go-to, my support. And I can't ever thank him enough. So thanks again, honey, for hanging out with us. Okay. So this is buildable. I would say that this is fairly full coverage, and if you're wanting kind of a little extra, you can do a couple layers, if that makes sense. I think I got some in my hair here. Goodness sakes. Try and get that out of there. And we're just going to carry it over to the other side. And it looks like I just wanted to put a ton right on my nose there. How crazy is that? So I'm using our kabuki brush, which when I checked last, it was in stock. So you just want to spray some right on the end here, and then just kind of work your way through. Okay. This is one of my favorite brushes, and also one of my new favorite foundations. Absolutely love the flawlessness that comes along with it. And then you can work it down into your neck if you want. I tend to just kind of go right under my chin most times. Make sure to kind of get right back by those ears. Did I get more in my hair? My goodness. I'm just really going all out with this tonight, evidently, and my hair is just static. Anybody else got that problem with some static? Alright, and then we'll get to the good part, I promise. Okay, now let me know if I've missed any areas, because I tend to just kind of get busy and then my mind travels and thinks about other things, and I'm like, ah! So I'm going to take and spray just a tiny bit on the corner of this little thing here, just so we can get underneath. And in this corner, where my treble corner is. And I'll take a little bit more. Woo! That really goes. Come along this corner. Oh, goodness sakes, what's happening here? Couldn't tell if I had a fuzz or what was happening there. Okay. All right, now I think we're good there. So again, you're going to want a towel. I'll show you, I was even being so careful, and it's still got some on there. So that's why I put my towel there, if you're wondering what that's about. All right, now, keep feeling like I got a hair right here. I probably do. Just can't find it. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to get our colors out. Now, if you didn't see the pictures before, they're back down in my post, but I'll show you again real quick here. Excuse me, we've either got A on the top or B on the bottom. I still feel those phantom hairs we feel every so often. And I may combine them, or I may do one or the other unless you have a preference. And so I'm just going to see, hi Dad, how are you guys? Let's see, so I'm thinking, I'm like, where's all my stuff? Hello, hello. I'm trying to think if that's the purple I'm going for, if we do the purple one. So there's always so many different shades that you can use. I don't think I'm going to use my palette 7, but these palettes, by the way, are in the Kudos this month, and we are getting rid of the palettes, so make sure you grab your favorite if you got one. I'm waiting for mine to come back in stock, and I hope it does before they're gone. Let's see, now I'm thinking that I might just go ahead and do the purple look. What do you guys think? I'll make it a little bigger and just show the one. It's gonna be this top one here. Let's do this one here. That sound good? Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and start here and I'm gonna use an angle brush, okay? And let's see, I'm thinking we'll use this Fearless out of Addiction Palette 5. So that's gonna be, it's always opposite when you look away, right? So it's gonna be this one here. And I'm just gonna start by creating my crease line, okay? Now in that top picture, I'm not gonna be able to do that eyeliner like you see it there, but we're really gonna try. Yes, I know it looks crazy. It's all gonna work out in the end. But I can't get that good of an eyeliner going on me because of the shape of my eye. So we're gonna do something a little bit different with that. Now you'll see here it looks kind of crazy, but we're gonna take our blending brush. That's because I didn't tap any excess, but I was really going for the dramatic look that she's got there. And really just trying to combine this here, okay? So then we're just gonna draw this out by using the windshield wiper motion and just blending this all together, okay? Now on me, I create a different crease line, and obviously with this, hi Heather, how are ya? Obviously with this kind of look here, we're just gonna be, it's gonna be dramatic, okay? So I just took my brush that already had the color in it and I kind of just went back over the top. And you could even probably use this brush to blend it, but I chose to use my blending brush as well as my other brush I was just using. I gotta look and see what it's called. I didn't look. This is an angled crease brush. So this is by Eco Tools. This is our unique brush, the blending brush, okay? So now I know that with this right here, you can kind of take and clean up with your brush if you have enough of your foundation on the edge, which I don't think I do. But you can take and clean and bring it up this way if you want. That way it's going to be more dramatic on the side, and I'll show you what I mean really quick with that. Hopefully I won't get this all over the place again. Oh hey, all is well here. Stay safe and healthy. Yes, right? For sure, dear. Oh goodness, I tell you, such different times we live in, isn't it? Okay, so you can kind of take and just go right to the edge here. Okay, and then kind of work it in. I'm still kind of working on that technique of, you know, really getting that down to perfection, if you want to call it that. I just got some on my brush that got all over my face, so we're just going to kind of come over the top and go back over it again with our foundation. It's a spray foundation just so we can kind of even out the corner. Now another way you could probably do it even better, let's try that with our little blender brush. And I kind of sprayed a little extra, but you can come like this. See how I did that? And then to really kind of define your corner. And then you can just take and press it in. Does that make sense? I hope. Okay. So I'll just kind of go up in my corner here just because with my eyes, the way they're shaped, it tends to get some underneath my bottom lid. Believe it or not, from the top lid. So, okay, now, I thought I had another little blender guy. I don't think I do. I think they're all sealed on the other side of the table. Okay. Just trying to get this to thin out right there. Okay. Now, so we've got the purple, so I just decided that we're gonna do the top picture. So I built in this here. She does some highlighting here. So this would be another spot where I could come in right here and just take down some of the purple. And there's still enough in this blender brush. Piece of hair just always floating everywhere, I tell ya. And we're gonna kind of tame some of this down up here so we can leave enough space. And it's gonna do it again. Leave enough space so we can make some highlight there, okay? All right, now, because that's got some purple, I'm just gonna kind of dab it off a little. And actually, there's enough in the sponge, I keep forgetting you can just press it. And then it comes out. How about that? Okay. All right, so now we'll go ahead and do the left eye. And again, I'm using Addiction Palette 5 for the purple color, and we're using Fearless. Okay, so the purple one in here. Boy, the hair just really wants to get all over my face tonight, I tell ya. Okay, I'm gonna tap a little excess this time. I didn't on the other eye. And you'll notice I forgot to use my eye primer. So just pretend I put my eye primer on, okay? I just got so excited to start, and I'm starting my crease line a little bit lower this time so we can leave some room for the highlighting, okay? And I'm trying to stop at the corner of my eye. I try to do this little rule here if you think of stopping, depending where your eyebrows end, okay? All right. Has anyone had any fun activities that they've been doing? Okay, so I'm going to take my blending brush now. We're going to blend this out. And the reason it looks so goofy is because we're trying to get our crease in here first. And then we will get the other color in there going on too, okay? All right, so again, this is in Fearless from the Addiction Palette. Is it 5? Yeah, 5. I could count. Okay, so I really wish I would have remembered my eye primer, but you know, good times, good times. Okay, so I'm gonna hop back to my picture again. And I am going to end up using a few things that are not in my palettes here for all of my makeup. It's going to be a different one than Unique, just so I can use this for this look. Okay, so just to kind of tell you about that. And then I may end up using a little bit of this other purple color in my palette 7, if I could talk. Sometimes these teeth, I feel like, really hinder me. Okay, so we'll kind of work everything out on this side again. Oops. Might help if I close that up. I'm going to spray this again here. And we're going to come on this side too, make our little correction. Okay. And then if we can, to try and get in here. I tried so hard, you guys. I tried so hard to not get any of the purple higher, but you know, we try, right? We try our best. Okay, so now there. It's a little better, right? Then I'm just going to take the other side and press it in so it doesn't look so crazy. Okay. So again, I decided I'm going to take some out of this. There's that hair again, you guys. just a nasty little hair hanging out with me. And I'm gonna take and, let's see, maybe this one. So I'm gonna take another Eco Tools Accent Shadow, and she kind of has a different shade kind of going right here in this corner. And I'm not going to take my blender brush to it because I kind of want this to be packed in here. And she then adds another color underneath the glitter part. So I'm trying to create that start. So she kind of has like a right here, like a color starting. That's why I'm putting this one, and by the way, it's influenced out of palette 7, sorry. So the purple out of palette 7. Right in the start of this corner. Every time I put my brush on here, and sometimes because with my contacts in, I'm kind of like, can't see for a second. Okay. So I'm going to do this one a little bit further over just because then we'll have that in there. And we'll be working over the top of it anyway. Okay, now let's go ahead and I'm just going to do ever so lightly from palette 5. Just going to barely tap in here with the Fearless again, and I'm going to do, I literally just lightly tapped. I'm just going to tap a layer and just kind of slide it across so there's at least a little bit of color underneath the glitter that we're going to use. And I'm hoping I can get it to look the way it is in the picture underneath too, okay? Because we're really wanting to bring this color with the glitter that we're going to use, okay? I just about dipped in a pink color, you guys. Okay, so see how I kind of just built that in there. Now I'm hoping we can get it to look what I'm picturing here. And I'm just tapping it on, and I would do the same even if I had my primer on, my eye primer. Okay, then if you get any fallout, make sure you take an all-over face brush. Just kind of brush anything away that might have fallen out, hanging out, sitting there, trying to make you look purple everywhere. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and do some glitter, and then we'll pop some of that stuff in the corner and then at the top. Okay, I was thinking I had it sitting right here, now I moved it. Okay, so this one is called Frostbite, no, Frostbright. So I'm trying to figure out if I can use this one. I don't think I have a smaller brush, unfortunately, right now. Okay, so let's get the glitter. And I'm kind of just lightly going over it. And then we're just gonna tap right where we want the glitter. And she does it pretty thick, but you can do it however you choose, okay? So I'm just starting to build on top and build on top. And we're just gonna go right where we wanna go, okay? What do you think? Is it pretty? I love glitter. Okay. So I am going to try and see, and maybe I should have got it more wet. I don't know. Let's see. All right, what do you think of that? Should we bring it out to the edge a little more? All right, now I'm kind of feeling like we need to do our highlight, so I'm gonna do that real quick, just because, I don't know, I feel like I want to get it done. And I'm gonna take and use, let's see if we can use this one. Yes, maybe. We're gonna take out of palette 7 and use Electrified, this one here. Just gonna lightly run my brush first to kind of see what it's gonna look like. I don't want it to be white, so I'm just gonna keep working it and brushing it back and forth. Some days I wish I had those eyes that were just the perfect amount of every spot right here. But this is how it was made, and we still make it beautiful, right? Maybe we should do a little setting spray with this one. Spray it on my hand, get my brush a little wet. I'll dip into the, whoa, Electrified and really make it pop, but I didn't want it this much pop. That's just how it happens. So we'll go right in the corner with the rest of it. How about that? Just kind of work it around. And of course, because my eyes are so close, I feel like I got purple everywhere, of course. That's okay. Okay, so I dipped a little bit more back in. I'm going to let that dry a second, and then I'm going to take it to, I'm going to take my blending brush and kind of smooth that out a little bit, okay? Just lightly dipping in the Electrified. I think that's what I said, right? Because otherwise when it's wet, it really, because of the pigmentation, it really gets in there. Now, you may think, I can't do this. I think we're all better than we think we are, because some days I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. But here I am, trying it, right? And then we're just going to take right up here, and any excess that's left. Trying to see if that was glitter or what that was. Okay. So I'm just gonna still dip this back in, and the brush I'm sure is still wet, so we don't need to get it any more wet. I did have some fallout I saw out of the corner of my eye here. So we're just trying to highlight, and maybe we should have used gentle instead, but here we are. Right? Here we are. Okay, so now we'll go back. I know I did this both sides, but we're going to take the blending brush and just kind of smooth out this Electrified, because it's really electrified right now. And I'm kind of pressing hard because Krista girl, you hanging out with us? She sent me a message. This is really electrified. Don't know if I like it, guys. I'm gonna be honest. You know, it's when you try new things, okay?
It doesn't look as brownish as you think.
Okay, good. All right, so let's get some of that glitter pop on this left eye. Okay. And then we'll be set. And then we just have to do our cheeks and our lips and our lashes. We'll be done. I wasn't planning to even go this long, but when you do these looks, they tend to get a little longer, so. All right. If you find any value, you've learned anything from me, and you like what you're seeing, feel free to share that with your friends, okay? I'm sure if they like makeup, they'll like this too. I feel like I didn't get enough purple over here. I wonder if I can go over the top of that. I'm freaking out right now. I don't usually do looks this bold. Oops. Yeah, that's the wrong purple. I'm like, which purple do I need here? There. It's a little better. It'll see through, right? Okay, now let's go into the glitter again. Some over the top. I capture shot that. It probably won't. I'll tell ya, sure gets some pretty funny ones, especially on YouTube. Right, honey?
Yep.
That one can get crazy. Okay, now let's go ahead and I think I'll do the Moodstruck 40 lashes, but before we do that, let's do lips and cheeks really fast. And should we do a bronzer for our cheeks or should we do a blush? Does anybody have a favorite? Otherwise, if you don't want a bronzer, we could probably do Sisterly, I would say. Should we do that instead? We can always still add some bronzer. So I'm just going to just get a little bit of color. I don't really want that to stand out because I want my eyes to be the center of this focus here, okay? I'm just going to take the back side of the blush brush and just kind of wisp it around here. Got some fallout of the glitter. Just kind of wisp back and forth. Okay. And then let's get a lip. Should we do a dramatic lip? A dark lip? Trying to think. We've got this purple lip. Or, trying to find the other one I was thinking. I rearranged all these, so now I'm like, okay, where did I put everything? This one. Or we can do a pink one. What do you think? Or
Ombre.
what?
Do ombre.
Ombre? Oh boy. With these two colors? That'll be interesting.
Crystal's watching.
Hi, Crystal. Crystal, what do you think of my glitter eyes? Help me decide on a lip, will ya? I can't decide on a color of lip. Oh, I'm dropping everything. Pink? Did you see the ones I held up? I don't know when you have done, so Tim told me you were here because I wasn't looking down at my screen. This one? Be daring. Love the purple. The shirt or the eyes? Or the lips? Pink, okay. I get you. I get what you're saying now. Okay, so
I'm totally confused.
Crystal and I, we like this, you know. Let's do some Posh lip liner. Okay. She was talking about the eyes and then the top for purple. Okay, so we're lining with Posh. And then I think it's Pretentious. Yeah, lipstick, I gotta hold it away to read it. I got my contacts in. They're only for distance. The eyes, yes. I knew what you meant. Okay. Did you survive the day, Crystal Girl? We all survived, right? I'm not the best at my lip liner, y'all, so just bear with me, okay? But let's do, you can tell this is one of my favorites. It's really getting down there. Okay, so let's do some pink. Crystal wants pink. This was one of my new favorites when I first got these lipsticks. It's the Opulence one. Sure did. Take it day by day. Yes, I know, right? That's all we can do. We're all in it together. I'm like, did I get this here? Sometimes I feel like my, they call it your Cupid's bow, the top line's kind of funny. So I like to dip, however you want to say it, your lips together, like that. I feel like I have chocolate in my teeth over here. I think I do from my cookie from earlier. So I can get some on the bottom, any excess from the top kind of mixed together, and then I just kind of dab on the top, on the bottom. Oops. Thought I got it all within the lines. Obviously I didn't. Okay. Well, hopefully we're knocking it out of the park with this look. Okay. I have got, maybe that's that fuzz I've been finding on my face. Now I'm going to put them all back in the wrong spots, I bet you. Oh well. Are you talking to me? What? Oh. My husband's making motions and I'm like. He's like. He provides a lot of entertainment over here. Okay. And do your lip check so you don't get it on your teeth. Happens to me all the time. No matter how careful I am, you know, it's okay. Let's add a little bronzer real quick and then we're going to do our spray foundation. I'm just going to use my all over face brush for this one. I'm just going to take and kind of swirl on the top. You can see there's two different sections. One's kind of got some more just all like bronzy. One's kind of got the part, this is like the sunset, it's called sunset. So I kind of like to mix the two. So it just kind of makes some definition in your face. Bring it down under here. And I just kind of lightly swirl. I don't like go all crazy on it or anything. And then just kind of a little up on the sides. Now if you've got more of a narrow forehead like I do, you don't want to do all the way across the top all the time. Like sometimes we'll go all the way across. But because I've got such a narrow forehead, I don't really want to make it look smaller. So then you just kind of do a little bit, kind of like a C shape this way. And then just kind of defining right along here. So either if you go to the side, like that, or then right kind of where it goes in will be where you want to do your contouring. Okay? All right, now, setting spray, right? Okay. I remembered this time. Okay. That was chilly. Woo! Okay. And then we're going to take and do our mascara. I'm going to do the Epic Moodstruck 4D. Okay. And I've got to find a little mirror. Oh, I'll just use this palette one. So again, all these addiction palettes, they're going to be going away. So if you want to get them in the kudos, go ahead and grab it now. Okay, before they're gone. I don't know their end date. What does the spray help with? That is going to set your makeup. So if you think of, I'm trying to think of how to reference this because I'm not a painter. You made your canvas, you made your painting, and there's kind of like a
Sealant?
Yeah, like a sealant, my husband said. So we're trying to seal in everything that we've added so it doesn't go anywhere. Does that make sense? I hope. I hope that helps. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep my head back and I'm gonna start kind of shimmying up here. These are like the ones that, this is the mascara that kind of looks like the fake lashes. So it really can add length and volume to the lashes, okay? Sometimes like now I'm just gonna kind of do a nice thin layer. Just because of the effect I want to give. Okay. Can you see the difference already? Crazy. Nice. I always wondered why people use spray. Yeah. And if you don't like spray, they have a translucent setting powder too that you can do. And I know I've used those in the past from another beauty brand that I sometimes still wear. Can go over the top and then back underneath. Every time I kind of sit with my eye open, my contact starts drying out, so hope you can still see I'm not trying to block here. Just trying to find a good spot. And if you get any fallout, usually use your all over face brush. I was using my finger there, but let me show you. So I kind of got a little bit right here. Oh, sorry. Not really sure. You spray? Yeah. Yeah, and speaking of that, I don't have it down here, but the rose water too. If people want like a glowy finish, this is the one that was just special at Christmas, but this has like an luminous setting spray, so it kind of adds like a little bit of shimmer shine, you know. If you want more of a matted finish, that's what this one does, but sometimes like if you've used like the bronzer, it'll still kind of look a little glowy too, which I like. I don't like it super glowy, but I love just like a refreshed, like you said, kind of a look and a feel. Okay, but for some reason, I don't know that I want to do that either. Somehow I got something down here, and I don't know what's happening there, but we'll just leave it. I'll fix it after. Yeah, it is a nice, refreshing feeling, especially when you let it sit and dry. Like I did, I usually use my fan, but tonight, just for the sake of time, I just let it air dry, and it still worked just fine. You know how you always try and get them to look the same? Doesn't always happen, but that's okay. There. That's better. Okay. So I'm just going to do my top lashes. And if you want, you can always add another coat or two, okay? But because I want this to be my focus up here on my lids, and I did end up going a little bit darker here where I put my glitter, and that's fine. You can choose to do it, you know, how you like, whatever you like to do. And I still got some on my teeth. Okay. Well, I think that is it, folks. Here we are. I'll take some pictures. I'll post everything I'm wearing. I feel like I'm still forgetting to say something, but we're just gonna go with it and leave it at that. So that is all, folks, and I hope that you enjoyed this go with the flow night, because it was a go with the flow night for sure. But I'll post everything I'm wearing, put some pictures down in the comments, and if you catch me on the replay and you're not seeing the red live, go ahead, put hashtag replay. If you're new, hashtag newbie. If you've been here before, hashtag Hehe. And I will see you all. Oh my gosh, it's Wednesday already, so it's gonna be next Monday already. Oh my gosh, Mondays and Wednesdays I do 7:30 p.m. Central. Okay, have a great rest of your night. Goodbye, guys.